Y'all are not y'all ancestors. The 1804 Haitians, y'all are not them, because the only thing y'all revolutionizing today is boat crossing.
This is probably going to go on until these people are deported, that we're not coming to speak on their behalf. We're not going to come out there and fight for them and take rubber bullets and everything.
What's going on, everybody? This is a channel where we look at topics biblically, politically, and socially, trying to find the truth, seek understanding, and be the light. It's your boy, Big Bleu. And like I mentioned in my other video, if you guys haven't seen yet, apparently there's a situation that's going on in regards to the FBA, the Foundational Black Americans and Haitians as of right now, considering the situation with TPS. There's some tension, a lot of tension that's going on that I was completely unaware of when I went on the Trevor Jackson show the other day. And once I started to do a little more research, literally this is stuff that just happened as of recently, considering the whole TPS. And I guess it looks like Haitians are trying to seek backup from the FBAs, and the FBAs are like, nah, forget y'all. So let's go ahead. I found this video. It looks like it's a debate between Haitians and FBAs, I'm guessing. I haven't looked at it yet. I just figured let's go ahead and look at this live and see what this thing is, and see what's going on. Because this is actually pretty interesting. Of course, I'm gonna look at this objectively. I have to look at it from an objective perspective, not because I'm trying to wean on one side or the other, but just see how the conversation is going, what's actually factual, or at least, you know, what's known and all that good jazz. So let's go ahead and get right into it and see exactly what's going on. This should be interesting. And this is from the channel Lisa Cabrera, which is an interesting last name. Kind of almost sounds Hispanic, but I guess, you know, no, that's actually interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going.
Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Boy, the Haitians are really coming and coming. And, you know, I listened to several of the videos over there on TikTok, the recent ones that just came out. And in all honesty, y'all, at the end of the day, I think this is about them wanting us to speak up. Because, you know, there's more of them out there saying, we're really Americans too. We're Black Americans too. No, you're...
Huh? Haitians are saying they're Black Americans? Hold on, what's this comment? We never spoke because the Haitians delineated upon arrival. Haitians saying they're also Black Americans? Since which Haitians are saying this? Oh, snap. What?
Oh, you know, we were the original Black Americans. No, you weren't. All right. And you saying all that stuff is not going to gain any traction. Donald Trump made it very clear.
Hold on. Okay, I'm going to try and stop as the least that I can. You guys know how I am. But this is Haitians. I don't ever recall Haitians ever claiming to be American, period. This is news to me. If anything, they're always trashing the Black American Haitians and kind of look down upon them, or at least, and let's keep going.
He wants y'all out of here. He don't want you here anymore. And if you were really, truly, as you put it, a Black American, why are you being deported? You wouldn't be deported. All right. So, no, they don't see you that way.
Right.
They see you as Haitians. Period.
I'm not going to hold you. This picture is throwing me off.
So, yeah, they're still coming at us, y'all. Nothing has changed. But, yeah, I think what's real, and they won't come out and say it, but I'm just kind of reading in between the lines. They want us to fight this U.S. government on their behalf and stand up for them so they don't get deported. But you spent all this time saying we have no culture. Okay, well, since you got all the culture, when you get back to Haiti, then you'll be back in your culture. You should be happy. And then didn't some of y'all say at least y'all had a country to go back to? Okay, well, You can get back to your country. But see, y'all don't want to go back there. Y'all don't want to go back there. And I don't think y'all want to deal with Barbecue and his people, because they're the ones running the country now. I think you don't want to deal with them. So y'all doing everything you can, even including wearing an anchor monitor, running to Canada to avoid being deported.
Okay, so I heard of that. I didn't have the time to do too much research. You guys know you don't know, but I just recently had a baby. So like finding content and stuff, it really hasn't been my top priority as of right now. But I did, see something in regards to Haitians, I think in Ohio, that are having to, I guess, I don't know if they're just marking them with the ankle monitor completely, or it's a matter of, if you guys can stay here, but now we got to track everything that you do type situation. I'll check more on it.
And at the end of the day, it's not going to do you any good. Even you folks wearing the ankle monitor, they may let you stay a little longer.
Okay.
They may do that, but eventually this country's going to turn on you, and they're going to ship you out of here anyway. But y'all go ahead with the ankle monitor, because that really is a temporary thing. They're not going to let you stay here indefinitely because you got that on. You watch. These folks don't keep their word on nothing. We already know this. We've already experienced them turning on us and lying to us and tricking us and sabotaging us. And that's all they're doing to you. It's just another form of manipulation. They're giving you the false belief that as long as you have that strapped on your ankle, you can stay here and they won't bother you. I promise they're coming. They are, regardless to what you got on.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, man, I keep stopping. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, again, this is the whole thing, and it's an unfortunate situation, and something really needs to be done and changed about this. It's called TPS. So just because they've given you an ankle monitor, that still isn't a solution for you to be a citizen here in this country. You're still under TPS. The ankle monitor doesn't give you citizenship. So yeah, you're still liable for the government to be like, yeah, no, you guys are leaving now. At the end of the day, and I know I'm speaking out of my neck, like, yo, I got Haitian family and stuff like that. But guys, listen. Again, I'm looking at this objectively. So I don't know.
It doesn't matter. So y'all, let me share my screen.
Is this going to be a debate or demons? Jeez, they call us demons that hired Haitians on TPS. Yep. That's unfortunate. It's a whole thing, y'all.
We're going to die anyway. Everybody leaves the same way. We need enough people. We need enough soldiers. We need enough people to say, you know what? Right, wrong, indifferent. This ends today because my life is on the line. My kids' life is on the line. You keep talking about I'm not your ancestors. You better become them ancestors, because they had to do what they had to do, and they don't even get to reap the benefits of what they had to do. Because Asian guy, if you're so bold, if you don't need the black dollar, here's the thing. Do what the white people did back in history when they hated us so much that they didn't even want our money. So how about you go create those businesses in the white neighborhood?
Another cosplayer. This is not even a black American woman. This is a Haitian. Remember, dirty black Americans and grifting off black Americans. You want to talk about somebody's ancestors? Y'all are not y'all ancestors. The 1804 Haitians, y'all are not them, because the only thing y'all revolutionizing today is boat crossing and fleeing. Yeah, if Toussaint and John Jack, them, if they seen the Haitians of today, what do you mean you're revolutionizing boat crossing? We never left the island. We stayed to fight. They will be turning in their grave. What you mean you celebrating Haitian Flag Day in somebody else's country? Don't even celebrate it, because the pride comes from being in Haiti. So if you want to tap in or talk about who's not their ancestors, y'all are not y'all ancestors. That message should have been for Haitians, not black Americans. But it's a grift. It's a grift because nobody's tuning in for what Haitians have to say about Haitians, but other Haitians. Or when y'all being deported from Jamaica or being deported from the Bahamas.
I'm not even gonna hold you. They're not tuning into that because Haitians know the faults of Haitians. They understand and they know the faults of the country. There's a lot of people that are looking to try to make it better, but there are powers that I don't think we want to mess with. But that's just coming from my mouth. What do I know? I know nothing of this country, even though my family's from it. Let's keep going.
That's the only time, or losing your TPS status. But when you're talking about Haitian stuff, nobody's checking for it but other Haitians. Stop grifting off Black Americans. All y'all. That's not Black American. Right? That's all they do is grift. Eat off Black Americans. Never talk about their own issues or address their people because people are not really checking for that. But anyway, yeah, y'all are the ones that's not your ancestors. And shout out to OBM Lotus for putting me up on game that she's Haitian. Why y'all never give credit to the Polish? Even your man's John said the Polish was the white Negroes of Europe because they deserted Napoleon to help the Haitians. And y'all never give the Polish any credit.
So I just saw that St. Kitts and Nevis have said that any deportees for asylum are welcome, except for Haitians. Oh, that's what we're on? I've had this thought for a long time, and I'm standing 10 toes on this shit. Haitians are the Black Americans of the Caribbean. And y'all can argue back and forth. How Haitians are treated in the fucking Caribbean is how Black Americans
are treated
here in the States.
How are Black Americans treated in the States? Which time period are we talking about? Are we talking about right now? I mean, I guess I'm still ignorant.
But that's fine by me. Two more or less countries on the list that I need to spend my money over there too. But it's cool. As Haitians, eventually, it's gonna come back full circle.
I think it's hilarious how Haitians aren't considered Black Americans, which is, I guess, debatable when they're the whole reason why America even has Louisiana. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. Kind of funny, isn't it?
What the is y'all obsession with Black Americans? Literally, all the Caribbeans, all the Africans, all the Afro-Hispanics and Latinos, all the white people, y'all always got our name in your fucking mouths, and then y'all wonder.
Somebody put in a conversation or in the comments, yeah, the 1804 Voodoo Rebellion is how they got the upper hand over the French. My goodness, I didn't even think about that. That's kind of crazy. There may be some validity to that. I don't know.
Why we respond the way we do. It was just one Haitian. It was just one Jamaican. It was just one white person. No, it's all of y'all. Mind you, you can't insert yourself into a ethnic group. Black American and African American are synonymous, but we don't use the term African American. That is dead and gone out the window, out the trash. That shit died when Jesse Jackson died. You're Haitian. Haitian and Black American are two different ethnic groups. Mind you, all of a sudden you want to be us, but y'all was just police toning us when this bitch said this.
What's your background? You American? Dirty Black American?
Oh, huh? Yeah.
A dirty Black American?
Yeah. This was actually crazy.
I sure did, because that's what y'all are.
So just a couple of months ago, Black Americans were being called dirty Black Americans by a Haitian woman, and then other Haitians came in and defended her and were trying to police Black Americans' reaction. Now that TPS is being taken away from you guys, all of a sudden now you're Black American. But if you don't get your goofy ass the fuck on, it's up with all of y'all.
So basically, this Haitian girl is sitting up here cosplaying a Black American, dressed like a Black American, talking with a Black American accent. Her hair, she got some weave extensions in the top, which is a technique that was created by a Black American woman. The eyelashes, everything you got going on, the nail art, everything is rooted in Black American culture. You're not sitting up there looking like a Haitian, dressing like a Haitian, talking like a Haitian, and you're clearly not in Haiti. You probably would cry and kick and scream if you were to get deported to Haiti today or tomorrow. Yet you're talking about here, being, you know what? Yes, big up yourself. But the fact that you all do this passive aggressive BS that I don't respect, like to talk about being Black American, you try to throw that in. Oh, that's a fleck, just plain Black. What you mean plain Black? We the blueprint. We're the blueprint. Majority of the things that you use around your house globally was created by a Black American person. We are the culture. Nobody's running around trying to be like a Haitian or a Caribbean or African at the same rate. And I'm not just talking about other groups of Black people. I'm talking about everybody in the world globally. You will see a subset. You will see a subculture. You will see a sector of people from each race, each culture, cosplaying Black American culture. You will see a group of Indians that's trying to do hip hop, that's singing R&B, that's dressing a certain way, that's talking with a certain twang. You will see a group of Asians that's literally wearing their hair in certain hairstyles that we created and innovated, dressing a certain way, doing our art form, trying to mimic and emulate us. You will see Latinos doing it. You will see everybody around the globe doing it, but you do not see everybody around the globe that has literally a sector and a subculture of people that cosplay Haitians or that's cosplaying Senegalese people.
They like our music and they like our food, but she has a point.
Anybody else? The only other Caribbean culture that I feel like you will see people that are heavily invested in is Jamaican culture. We got to give it up to the Jamaicans. But even still, and it's not, I want to say it's not a competition, but you basically comparing yourself, saying that y'all are better. And you're supposed to feel good about yourself. When we get up here and say stuff like that, y'all say we're xenophobic. And we don't even do that. The only time, and I'm going to speak specifically for myself, because I make content responding to y'all, popping it like
this Haitian TPS status situation is still a mind-boggling situation to me.
Okay, let me forward. I think we get the opinions enough. Proud Haitian, she says she will retire in Haiti. Let's man, how many videos has we got? Where's the debate part? Haitian Tasha Tether comes after Black Americans and is proud to be Haitian, but where? Okay.
Said in the beginning, I think all of the attacks on us is they want us to speak out on their behalf. That's what it's.
There's no Haitian excellence? That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy statement, but we'll keep going.
That's what it's about at the end of the day. And, they, I guess, got so much pride, they don't want to come out and say it. But, if you really reflect back, the Latinos did the same thing. When ICE started coming all hard at them, they were all online crying for unity. I never heard them say black and brown so much in my life until they started getting rounded up by ICE. In fact, I never even heard them say it the whole time. I would hear it coming from our people, but I never heard it coming from them.
You hear you'd hear it from a lot of some of the black people and the liberal white people. You hear it from them. But the people who actually is being the target of the situation, you normally didn't hear much from them. But let's keep going.
ICE was on that ass. All of a sudden, black and brown. Oh yeah, we were close. Black and brown. I was like, wait a minute, But they really wanted us on them streets, fighting for them. That's what it was. At the end of the day, they wanted us fighting for them, and Now it's the Haitians. They're getting deported. ICE is coming around, or they have to put the ankle monitor on if they want to stay. If not, then they get deported. And look, they got offered $2,600, and
That's a lot.
they would be deported back to Haiti. And apparently they don't want that money. They don't even want the $2,600 to go back. They want to stay.
Yeah, they want to
And
stay.
you know we have told the Latinos, and we're telling you, we're not immigrants.
Dang, this person, yo, black people are crazy. Oh my God. Black people are racist. Black people are racist. I mean, we knew this, but okay, not all black people. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. Black people are not the exception when it comes to racism. Let me put it like that. Because this is wild. They said public school begins tomorrow. I'm praying my grandchildren have less immigrants in their schools. Sheesh. My goodness.
So dealing with ICE is really not our problem. And then you got this crazy notion that ICE is going to confuse us. All they got to do is listen to your voice. Trust me, your accent will give it away every single time. Y'all don't sound like us.
Yeah.
Neither do the Latinos.
Yeah.
Y'all got these talking about they ain't going to confuse nothing.
They're not.
And you ever notice the
Should be taking notes.
Caribbeans and the Africans are the biggest ones saying that? And every time you hear them saying it, they got a very prevalent accent. Like, nobody's going to figure out that you're an African or you're a Caribbean. Listen to the way you sound. Of course, people know, and they will not confuse us. But they've been on that big time, especially now with the TPS. Oh, y'all gonna get deported too. No, actually, we are constitutional citizens. Okay, none of you are. None of you, not even the Puerto Ricans. They got citizenship through a bill. Yeah, nobody is thinking about these folks, And I don't understand. Y'all coming from, all online, coming for the people with no culture. Y'all said we had no culture. And I'm still trying to figure out what your culture.
No culture? The black people have no culture? If you said white people, I'd be like, okay. But the black people have no culture? And even then, it depends on who you're talking to, because black people... What are we talking about when we say culture? Because blacks and whites, they share a lot of culture. But when we're talking about things that you could say specifically from that's native to the black community, there's several things. Some that are good and some that are bad. Unfortunately, when we're talking about white people, culturally, you kind of can't find it. It's kind of just an American thing and based off of the region that you're in. But that's where the kind of disconnect is like, okay, well, maybe white people don't really have too much of culture per se, and that's subjective. But who is saying we really have Haitians? I mean, Haitians are very prideful, cocky. Yeah, they probably are saying that. They probably are. I'm not even gonna hold you. Now that I think about it, they probably are.
What is your culture? Y'all, and the funny part is, y'all, they get kicked out everywhere they go. Everywhere these folks go, they get kicked out. And nobody in the Caribbean wants them. Nobody.
That may be true.
Every country is telling Donald Trump, every country over in the Caribbean is telling Donald Trump not to send Haitians. Send anybody else, but no Haitians. Don't send them. That says a lot. It says a lot.
Yikes. Their culture is scamming, begging, fake degrees, nasty attitudes, and betrayal. Jeez.
Well, I showed the other one, and this lady seems to think if they get deported, who's going to take their place at Walmart? Are you for real?
I mean, yeah.
Who's going to take your place at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay. Now y'all run Walmart? Okay.
Oh, man.
Somehow I don't believe that.
Hold on.
Walmart?
A lot of these places throughout the world is trying to not allow them into their country, and they don't want Nigerians in a lot of places too.
Okay. Somehow I don't believe that.
Haitians are the Nigerians of the Caribbean. Oh, they're saying that a lot. FBA culture is we can't get deported from the country we built. I mean, you can't get deported because you were born here. Birthright citizenship was for y'all. You have nowhere else to go. So, built or not, you were born here. I don't understand. They say this is the called white man's land. Our forefathers and foremothers always fought for ours, beating and our acknowledgement into the Constitution. Yeah, yet for some odd reason, your people is still doing the same dumb crap that Haitians are doing, not capitalizing on the fact that you've been given opportunities. And I'm not even going to say that, because we have Haitians that come into America that become full citizens in America and can stay in America that are doing way better than the vast majority of the Black Americans here that are in here in America, utilizing the fact that they can come in and make something of themselves. But that's a different video. And that's not even to sit on the Haitian side, but it's like,
You know what, y'all? This is probably going to go on until these people are deported. You know, after so many are taken out of here.
These people are deported. You literally... That's crazy. These people are deported. They sound just like the white people that they claim are racist every time when they say they. And you doing the same thing. It's just weird, man. I don't know. This is weird stuff.
Realize we're not going to step up and fight for them. I think at that point it'll start fizzling out, because that's what happened with the Latinos. They were really coming at us hard, especially when ICE was coming for them. But after so many of them got snatched out of here, they're really not talking so much anymore. I think they got the picture that we're not coming to speak on their behalf. We're not going to come out there and fight for them and take rubber bullets and everything. And I think the same thing eventually will happen when it comes down to the Haitians. This will all fizzle out.
Okay. Interesting. So this wasn't exactly what I thought it was, but it was very informative. I thought it was going to be like an actual debate. The video that I had with Trevor, where I was talking to two FBA individuals. I don't even know how would you even call that. But when I was talking to two FBA individuals, that was more so, I would say, a debate, a conversation, less so than this was. This was just FBA just speaking out. You know, it's kind of just like a short rally meeting, it seemed like, to not defend the Haitian people that are here on TPS. Oh, she has a good following. She has 170 subscribers. That's what's up. Let me get at your level, Lisa. So, interestingly enough, I think that video, I was on there. We looked at it long enough. So, one of the things, or just three things that I just want to top on. There's some validity in a lot of things that they are saying. And this really comes down to a matter of personal, we call it character attacking. When she mentions that the Haitians talk bad about Americans, Black Americans at that, talk bad about the Black American culture. Yes, they do that a lot. And I think the reason for that is because when Haitians, and this is just, mind you, this is live. I'm looking at this live, reacting to it live. So there really wasn't much thought process on anything aside from when I was taking these notes. Sorry, this is early. So I think the reason for that is, one, Haitians are very prideful individuals. They think they're smarter than everybody else, which is an issue that they have. Those that aren't, like, a lot of Haitians are like that. And I'm saying that all of them are like that, but a lot of Haitians are like that, where they feel smarter than everybody else. They talk like they're smarter than everybody else, and they'll try to make themselves seem smarter than everybody else. And they feel like they had, and another thing is class. And I think that's because of the domination of the French that kind of imposed that on the Haitian people, possibly. I could be wrong about that, but it seems to be baked in the Haitian DNA, at least initially, where they have so much pride, and especially maybe because of the fact that they, beat the French in 1804. And now that number is going to be cooked in my head now. But it's like, they have so much pride, and then when they come to America and then they see Black Americans, of course, if you're not talking and they're kind of wearing the same type of outfit and stuff like that, you really can't tell who's Haitian and who's American. But a Haitian, they will feel better than Black people because TV, the media, you look at movies and then you see all the gang-ridden stuff, and you see all the poverty and all that stuff when it comes to Black communities. And then not only on top of that, when it comes to America, the Haitians in the 90s and the 80s, when they were allowing Haitians to come in initially, and those that actually received their actual citizenship here in America, they're more than likely being raised in the poor communities. And they already have a mindset of, I'm here in America, I'm going to do what I can so that I can survive and so that I can pursue better things and obtain the American dream. It seems like, and again, I could be wrong, but it seems like with the Black or the FBAs, or the ones that were already here, the American dream was never attainable, so they never strived for it. And that shows. If that shows, the Haitians can see that and they're like, oh yeah, they're not doing anything. They're just, whisking away in drugs, alcohol, and sex, just out here, just having kids and being on government programs and stuff like that. Not to say that Haitians won't be on government programs, but like there's that kind of that stuff that they could probably go off of. And that's just coming from the things that I've heard from the people in my community. So yes, they do that. I will definitely give her that. The next thing is, I would say, is in regard to the difference in cultures. Like, the reason that Haitians are so not with the Black culture is mainly what they're seeing in the media. And I said this in the video that I had yesterday when it comes to the difference between, like, I guess, ghetto ratchet Black, which is pushed in the media, but is still real. It's not like, we can't say it doesn't exist. It exists. It's real. And it's prevalent in the low impoverished areas. And then there's those that don't act like that, but the Black people themselves consider those that aren't of that culture to be white Blacks. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense. So it becomes the norm to associate all Black culture, or at least subconsciously to associate all Black culture with the ghetto ratchetness stuff that we don't want to associate ourselves with. Have no class, have no morals, have no values, don't strive for nothing, don't try to work for nothing. All that stuff where Haitians, again, and I'm not talking about the ones that are here on TPS, I'm talking about the ones that are actually citizens that are here. And even some of them that are on TPS, not the one that came on TPS recently, but the ones that have been on TPS years ago. And again, this isn't all Haitians, but it's like there's so much. And I'm guilty of this too. I will say this. I'm guilty of this mindset, not to the same extent as them, but I noticed the difference between the Black culture and the American culture, the Black culture, the ghetto Black culture, which I associated myself with, the American Black culture and I guess the white black culture, then it's like you focus in on the black culture based off of how people depict it, even the black people themselves. It's not just the white people, but it's the black people themselves that's also doing that. And the Haitian culture, at least in most cases, if it's like the Catholic Christian that's, settled, just trying to enjoy life type thing, they're not out here doing the same stuff that the most of Black Americans are doing. So, and they're not entirely consumed by the lavish lifestyle that the Black people try to pursue to that extent. But again, it's not all Haitians. So it's like there's that difference, and that difference kind of it's very known and very prevalent. You hear the same thing from Africans where they don't associate themselves with Black Americans. They're Africans, they're Nigerians, all that stuff. So it's just a difference. We look the same, but we're not the same. And I'll say that too. We look the same, but we're not the same. Even though I'm Haitian American, I still don't fully associate with, or I still don't fully resonate with the Haitians because of just the culture that I lived in, the way that I was raised and all that stuff. Half of me is built off of American values. Half of me is built off of Haitian values. That's different from somebody that's fully Haitian, and that's different from somebody that's fully Black American. So it's like there's that. A Haitian is going to see different between what I see and then what a Black person sees. And a Black person is going to see different between what I see and what a Haitian sees. I can understand a lot of both, but I won't just fully side with one, So that's also a very interesting point to really, take into consideration when it comes to the Haitians here. But the hate that I'm seeing is immense. It's immense. The hate, the I don't know, like disdain for the Haitians, like they're literally sounding like far right-leaning Republicans that are the actual racists in America. And it's crazy. So I don't know if they're Black Republicans that are FBA. I don't know what it is, but racism, Black people are not the exception to racism. Any race can be racist, and there's racism amongst all races. But it's like, dang, like what's going on here? I don't know, guys. I don't know. This was very interesting, and again, I was completely unaware that this was happening. I was completely unaware of FBAs. Now I'm more aware of it. My next step is to just understand what their mindset is, where their morals, their values stand, kind of their mindset. It seems like the new term is FBA as opposed to African American, which I guess is cool. But yeah, there's more digging, because it seems like a different subculture when it just comes to Black people. And that just opens up a can of worms for me. I don't know. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this whole situation. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.